What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there today in the YouTube world? It's your boy. I'm back at it here. Just giving you a quick update on the Chevelle, kind of where I'm at, a little bit of what I've done, even though you've seen videos of my progress here thus far. But I just wanted to give you kind of like a quick update on where I'm at and where I'm going to go kind of from here. It's just going to be one video, one take, and gonna try to make it short and sweet. So I can get on with my day and get ready for work here. So let me flip this camera around. All right, here. So I'm just going to start in the back room here. This is the back of my house, kind of where I keep a lot of my car stuff here since it's getting a little cold outside. But yeah, pretty much got the dash all put together for the most part, at least. I'm working on the vents right now. I have the vents all taken apart, at least one of them here. So I'm fixing those because, you know, on the old school vents, how, you know, one will flap and the other one won't because the little plastic piece is busted and all that. So I'm actually redoing these right now, putting in some JB Weld. I'm going to sand all that down once it fully dries and cures. And then I'm going to just kind of tap into a little hole in there for these three little nubs to fit in. And then put it all back together and it should be good to go. So what happens on these is, I don't know if you can see, but there's like little tabs in there. And these are actually the original ones. I didn't take these apart, but this is still functioning well. But those little tabs in there break. And that's what the this part of the vent sit on. And once they break, then they get loose and they go back and forth and whatnot. So there's a really good video on a guy who actually came up with an idea to restore these, and he just used JB Weld, kind of sanded it down, and just made little holes for them to sit in, and it worked really well. So luckily I only have to do one because that was kind of a pain to get off and to take apart and all that. So anyways, doing that right now. Got the dash, like I said, pretty much put it back together. Ashtrays all put together, painted and all that. Glove box, this was green. But as you can see, it looks pretty dang good, painted black, and this regular dash was black already, so it turned out pretty good. So yeah, y'all, this is pretty much it. I got some other pieces down. Shoot, I mean, I got pieces everywhere, man. I got pieces everywhere. This is the console top. I painted that. This part is silver. I just haven't taken the tape off yet. I got that console. I don't know if y'all seen that video where I got the console from a guy who found a storage bin and it had a bunch of Chevelle parts in it. Well, I got that center console for like $75, y'all. So even used, they go for over $350 depending on the condition they're in. I mean, new, they're $350, $400, but people will still sell them used for a lot of money for whatever reasons, I don't know. But all these brackets in here were busted. Like these brackets here, that's what bolts to the floor of the car. And so I just continued with the JB Weld process and tried to fix it. So what I did here is I used some of this aluminum roofing right there, that aluminum piece, that angled aluminum piece right there is galvanized roofing. And I just cut it to fit, and I just folded it and doubled it to kind of give it a little bit more rigidity. And I cut it to fit, formed it to how this is shaped here, and then I set it inside there, and then I used some JB Weld and JB Weld the crap out of it. And even overnight, y'all, I mean, it's not moving at all. Hopefully it holds pretty good. I'm just going to drill a hole here when I'm ready. These were broken already, so this was a bracket here. This was a bracket here. And then there's another piece that has a bracket attached to that. That whole thing was a big ass hole. So again, I cut a little bit of that galvanized roofing metal there, and I just filled in the hole there, and then I JB welded over it. So to give it a little bit more rigidity, and so I can tap into that hole. Because really, you only need 2 anchor points, at least from all the consoles that I've ever used. So I'm gonna do that, and once that's done drying and curing, I am going to paint it and then go from there. So put that back together. The seats, I'm still waiting on my guy. I'm gonna take this part out and either replace it with just a blank or a Chevy emblem or something else. So I'm just waiting for him. He's trying to get the font together and all that for me. So I'm just waiting on him to get back to me so I can take off this one and then send them out. So again, these are GTO seats out of a 05 GTO that I'm going to put in the Chevelle. Other than that, just got pieces everywhere, y'all. Pieces everywhere. That's the radiator's top plate there. I got to paint that. This is for the heater box. I got to finish cleaning that up. This is another piece of the console that I JB welded that was cracked. So I mean, I got little projects and things that I'm doing everywhere. So let me go outside here real quick and I'll show you what's going on outside. So again, more parts everywhere. Now I'm starting to attack this here. So these are actually headliner piece trim pieces that go along the edge of the roof. And this, I didn't know if I had the whole set, but luckily I did. This set right here is something like $150 just for these metal pieces. And I'm glad that I had them, y'all, because this car, you know, could nickel and dime you. I mean, just like any other projects. And it was actually covered with some headliner material here that I actually tore off. And this is obviously the original pieces, and it was all glued together on that. So what happens is the headliner anchors basically around these pieces along the edge of the roof, and they're basically glued in. And so I had to basically tear it all off, and I wire wheeled it all down to get some of the surface rust off and make it smooth. I'm just gonna wash them and probably just paint over them and then install them in my car. I ordered some trim screws for them so I can mount them back up. So that'll be good to go. These are the actual decorative trim pieces that actually snap onto these. So I gotta clean those up and probably paint those and reuse those. So that's what I was doing there. Come on over here. Been painting a little bit. So this is actually the emergency brake foot pedal. Painted that. Painted my accelerated pedal right there. I mean, I got crap all over, y'all. That's the engine I'm gonna be starting over. Parts galore over there. Come on over in here, and then this is where I'm at. So again, you've seen videos on a lot of this stuff, the firewall, all this. Gonna clean all that off as well. It's already painted. It's just a lot of dust and dirt for me working on it. Now I'm gonna take that core support off and paint that, clean that up and paint that. So that's good to go. Come on inside here, and I've dynamated and or dynamated most of the back here, and it turned out pretty good. Again, this is just that stuff from Lowe's that I got for like 20 bucks a roll. I still got some leftover Dynamat, but I'm trying to use that for the front of the car where it gets the most heat and the transmission tunnel. So I'm pretty much done. The reason why I don't have a lot of the other floor covered is because I'm waiting to put in my seats, because I'm probably going to have to get some brackets and stuff welded. Original Parts Group actually sells a bucket seat conversion bracket kit that you can use. So you just bolt your buckets in the regular bench seat holes, which are here and here, and then they make a bracket conversion deal that you can just weld into the floor. So that's why I haven't covered this section up yet, and I'm waiting to cover this section here and this section because of the little drain holes or whatever they are. So I ran out of seam seal, so I got to pick up some more seam seal so I can plug in those holes, and then I can finish laying my sound deadening material on those parts of the car, and then I can actually roll this thing out to the other part of my garage and then bring in my engine and start to work. So but yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. Let me flip this camera back around
real quick.
as far as what I've done on the car. I've done a lot already, but obviously a lot more to go. And as soon as I get working on the motor and get that done, luckily I've done a swap already. I've rebuilt a motor before as far as the LS motor is concerned, so hopefully that'll go a little bit more smoother and I don't run into any crazy complications. So once that is done and I'm ready to drop that motor in the car, then that'll be a huge step in the build. And then from there, pretty much a lot of the work, I'll still have to do obviously a lot of work, but you know, the body work and all that I'm not doing. I'm actually taking it to a buddy of mine to do, and so I won't have to do that. But you know, some other little things here and there I'll have to do, but that's okay. But at least I'll get a break on the car and not be able to do the body work and all that, because I can't. But he's always done a lot of stuff for me, so I'm just gonna take it to him, and it'll be in good hands with him. So other than that, y'all, you know, I'm just going at it every day, a little bit here, a little bit there, really trying to really focus on doing a lot more to it as we get closer into spring, or closer to spring. Obviously winter's not over yet, but you know, we're having some mild days here, so I'm trying to take advantage of it. So anyways, that's where I'm at in the build. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, and shoot, be on the lookout for more. When I build the motor, I probably won't do like a how-to or anything like that. I probably just keep going with the kind of step-by-steps of what I've done. I mean, there's tons of LS swap videos on YouTube and stuff, so I don't necessarily have to do like a YouTube step-by-step, you know, how-to of what I've done, but just kind of just show you what parts I'm using, and what I'm gonna do is gonna be more about the videos that I'm gonna make. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Deuces to y'all. Peace out. Have a great day, and we'll talk later.